I am so excited to bring in my next guest here into the Eagles Insider podcast presented by Lincoln Financial Group, the great DeVonta Smith. DeVonta, good afternoon. How are you, my man?
I'm good. I can't complain.
Good. All right, so I did a lot of research on you, all right? So you're going to respect this. You are described, tell me if you agree, as a really old, quote-unquote, really old man in a 24-year-old body.
True.
What exactly does that mean? Does that mean you're just mature beyond your years?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of laid back. Don't do stuff normal people my age would do. Going out, things like that, kind of in the house. And I listen to a lot of R&B music, a lot of old music.
Old music?
Yeah.
All right. Did it get you kind of into the groove, into the...
Just kind of like calms me down.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay. You are chill. Do you ever get upset? Like, have you ever really lost your, you know what?
Yeah.
In what kind of circumstance, if I may ask?
I mean, I have a younger brother. We get into it.
Okay. On the football field?
Anything.
Okay. There is something just really unique. One thing that's really mature about you is the way that you pursue greatness. I mean, I remember the very first day you walked in here, all the stories that we've heard, everything we've ever read. You are so singularly focused on being the best you can be on the football field. And I wonder, DeVonta, where did that come from? Like, has it always been that way?
I'm a firm believer in if you don't like enjoy doing what you're doing, then why do it? If you don't want to give it your all, why are you doing it?
Okay, another one. Let's just talk about being a wide receiver. In your mind, if a kid came up to you and said, "Hey, DeVonta Smith, what does it take to be a great wide receiver?" What would you say?
Hard work. I mean, you're not gonna get nothing handed to you. You have to go out there and you have to work every day. Know your purpose for doing it and like why are you doing it. I mean, you can't just do something and not know the purpose of being a receiver. Why do you want to be a receiver? What do you want? What kind of receiver you want to be?
All right, so I'm going to ask you those questions. Why did you want to be a receiver?
Cause I like having the ball, but I didn't want to be a running back. I didn't want to just sit up there and just let everybody just be hitting me and things like that. So, I mean, I don't have a strong arm, so I couldn't be a quarterback. So, just wanted to be somebody that gets the ball and be able to just make plays. And I feel like receiver was where it was for me.
All right. Slay says you are tough, that you've got this crazy element of toughness. Where does that come from? And I know you have played football your whole life. Other positions besides wide receiver, right?
I played corner and safety.
Okay. Where's the toughness come from?
So I grew up next to a park, and a lot of the old heads always out there playing basketball, and I was the only person with a good basketball. So it was kind of like, y'all can use my basketball if y'all let me play. And I just go out there and just play with them. And it was on concrete, and old heads, they're not taking it easy. They didn't hit you on the ground and things like that. So that's kind of where it came from.
They couldn't catch you, so they beat you up. For a wide receiver, more important, great hands or great speed, and why?
Hands. Their job is to catch the ball.
Okay. Brains or brawn, and why?
Brains.
Okay. Because?
You gotta know what you're doing.
Okay. And then where does great route running come in? Like if you were to list 3 or 4 elements of hands, route running, speed, athletic ability, brains, how would you kind of rank those?
How would I rank them? It depends. It depends. I say brains first, because if you don't know the playbook, then obviously you're not going to be out there. So brains, route running, hands, speed.
Okay. Speed the last, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. This wide receiver room's very interesting. Like really, everybody really gets along very well. It's very selfless. Explain why that is, DeVonta. You and AJ are 2 stars. You could be at each other's throats. Zach could want the football more. Quez could want a bigger role. And yet everybody just is a star in their own role. Why is that?
I think everybody understands that if one person is doing good, then it kind of opens up everything for everybody else. Because, okay, last week I had a good game. This week, the next team come out and be trying to take me away. They open opportunities for everybody else. And, I mean, vice versa. So, I mean, you can go out there and just let the game come to you and just do what you do your job, make the plays that come to you. But at the end of the day, if everybody is doing good, then everybody's gonna eat.
All right, the Batman thing and the cape. Do you like it? Do you enjoy sharing that? You guys having fun with that?
So they kind of just threw it at us, and it kind of just happened. So I mean, we're gonna roll with it.
Cool. You love NBA 2K. Tell me why you love NBA 2K, and then tell me who you love in the NBA. What's your team?
My team is the Boston Celtics, and I mean 2K is just something I can do. I can make my own player, play with my friends and things like that. Play against other people.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Do you play against people you don't know?
yeah, all the time.
And in your mind, do you think you would ever own an esports kind of franchise? Has that ever crossed your mind?
I never thought about that, but that's something to look into.
Okay, I will only take 1% of your gross. The Boston Celtics are a good basketball team. I mean, obviously we're Sixers fans here. How do you look at the Eastern Conference as we are like a month away from the NBA season beginning?
I mean, the East is always tough. I mean, gotta go through Milwaukee. Gotta go through the Heat. So I mean, the East has always
Cleveland
been tough.
Cavaliers.
Yeah,
Off-season.
Cleveland's looking good. I mean, the East has always been tough. Even when I was growing up, the East was tough.
When you sit and watch a basketball game, do you cheer and scream and boo and all that stuff?
Definitely. I definitely do. I really don't honestly start watching basketball until the playoffs, cause it's just like be so busy, caught up in things, and usually when the playoffs come around, we be season getting towards the end, you start having a little more time.
Okay, couple more here. What was your game like, DeVonta?
I mean, I was a point guard. I kind of did everything, though. I mean, I led my team in every category.
Rebounds.
Yeah.
Jeez. How close were you to being like a Division I player? Could you have been a Division I player?
I was just too short.
Okay.
I just feel like I was just too short.
Okay, jeez. That's funny. Because everybody will say to you, gosh, you're too small to be a wide receiver. And you're like, no, I'm not too small to be a wide receiver. And then you go out and kick everybody's butt.
I feel like basketball is the only thing where, like, height really matters.
Okay.
Like, football size doesn't really matter. I feel like in basketball, size does kind of matter in basketball.
Okay. The fashion. You have the highest taste in fashion. I know you've worn suits since your days at Alabama. I mean, when did you start to develop a fashion sense?
I mean, in high school, we wore shirt and ties on game day, so like that's kind of where it happened. And then just when I just kind of like started making my own money and things like that, that's when I started like getting into the suits.
All right, now there is fashion that Eagles fans can share in. Your sneaker line is out. You scored a touchdown on Sunday. That means that everybody who owns these DeVonta Smith sneakers, the Sticky Hands nickname, the Sticky Hands edition, it comes with NFT. They get free cheesesteaks now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How is the sneaker line going? The design is cool. It's got the honey drip sneaker. It released in September earlier this month. Tell me about the whole thing, man. Were you involved in the design of it, and why did you get involved in the sneaker line?
Yeah, I was involved in the design. They kind of came to me with the idea, and it was just like, why not have your own sneaker? I mean, that's something that I feel like majority of people love to have is their own sneaker. So I was like, why not? Just see how it is, see how it goes, and if everything go good, I mean, just keep it going. Okay,
and so there's also, how can Eagles fans get in on this, DeVonta? And I can refer them during the course of this. So each pair costs $250. They are Kelly green, they're gold, and pink and blue. They're your favorite colors. And they can enter to win a meet and greet with you later in the season. So there's a lot of benefits to Eagles fans buying into the DeVonta Smith line of sneakers. Where can they get them?
You can go on to my Twitter or I actually think on my Instagram. We're finna put something out and then finna go live with some more drops going on. I think actually like right now.
Okay. Last question, just a football question. You pleased with how the season's going? Like you feel good about the offense? You feel good about the way you're playing all that?
Offensively, I feel like we're playing great in the first half. We just have to translate it to the second half. Just finish what we started. We come out in the second half, and every game it just hasn't been our best. So you have to, be better in that area.
Okay. Well, 3-0 is a good start, and when the team puts it all together, it will truly be great to watch. DeVonta Smith, we thank you for joining us here on the Eagles Insider Podcast, presented by Lincoln Financial Group.